Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on Great Tech New Horizons. We've now entered into the LVH. As you can see behind me, I've got a couple of turbines set up. Well, not set up, they're just sat there with some steam going into them. So I've been quite busy trying to prepare for this LVH, and I thought we're going to need quite a lot of power, so I've gone for 2 turbines initially, but I'm thinking actually we're going to need a lot more than that. But we'll start with 2, see how we go. So I've heard these things are like steam monsters. They just eat steam basically. So I thought I'd give them their own pipe coming in. So they're both being supplied 2,400 MB of steam. And that is coming down. I'll have to go down and show you. Off a larger line. Now I know these are still bronze pipes. I do need to upgrade them to steel, but if I do that now, I'm literally going to use up every single last piece of steel I have, so that's really going to hold me up. So at the moment, I'm going to up my steel production. Yeah, because I've also built this, by the way. I'm about to walk past it, but here we go. I've moved the steel tank. It was over here. It was a 3x3, so I've upped it to a 5x5. That should help us a lot, I think, with steam. I then crafted up some large bronze fluid pipes. I think there's 27 of them, something like that. So they hold 4,800. So my thinking was, if this main line holds 4,800, then the little branch lines coming off hold 2,400. Then, I mean, I know it's not brilliant, but it should be quite good. It should hold quite a lot of steam. So this line goes up to, I say line, it's a pipe, I know, but where it branches off, it goes up to the steam macerator, like the multi-block above. These 2 are going up to the 2 turbines, and then finally the end one that goes up to the steam machines. So I've tried to up my steam production basically. I've also upgraded the solar boilers on the roof from regular solar boilers to the high pressure versions. So we're now running 4 high pressure solar boilers up on the roof. And yeah, I think it's going to help us a lot, I think, with the power output. I'm still running 9 coke ovens. I've just emptied them all. I'm in the process of compacting all the charcoal into charcoal blocks. So we'll just add a bit more in there. Oh, what am I doing? That's coal. Yeah, I forgot there was coal in there because I started processing some coal. This is like my processing box at the moment, so anything I'm currently processing, like the cassiterite sand, I've ground it down. It needs to go back in the forge hammer to become dust, which I can then turn to tin. I've done this quite a lot of times already, so I had stacks and stacks of it. Yeah, I've been doing it obviously with sulphur, redstone as well. I've been doing, which you actually get a really good ratio. You get 5 per redstone ore, so look how quick it is as well. If you throw that in there, go up to a stack of 60, which I can then throw back straight in to get the dust. Now I need a lot of this because I'm trying to make lots of red alloy ingots. Tin. Okay. So we need loads of tin, or we need lots of everything at the moment. So I've stocked up quite a bit on the ingots and stuff. Yeah, I'm still doing well on steel at the moment, but not if I go to steel pipes. It's gonna. I don't even think I've quite got enough. If I was going to do it, it'd wipe me out. Furnaces have stopped, but that's because I'm making some more charcoal blocks at the moment. They will be up and running again shortly. Now the quests I want to do really, in fact, let me just cover one thing first before I want to do the the LV stuff, the early stuff. So you're going to hate this. Number 1, number 2 and number 3. They're the 3 I'm aiming for at the moment. But then I then remembered we've still got some other quests we haven't quite finished up on. Multi-block goals. I still had this one to do. Automation tier 2. I mean, I've had that for ages and just not got around to doing it. So I'm going to do it. So as you can see, I've got the redstone comparator. I made it, then I realised I don't really know how this works. So I've been experimenting. I read the quest description, and from what I can tell, we need to get a redstone signal up here. So it wanted us to automate the smeltery, didn't it? So craft a comparator, link with redstone dust placed on the ground. The redstone needs to be adjacent to the faucet to activate the crafting process. So, I mean, really, I could just right click it and it does the same. And it will run automatically when I'm doing my glass and stuff. So I filled it up with molten glass just to test this out. I think we have to go... I mean, it looks ugly as hell, doesn't it? I won't be using this, I don't think. So if you look at the comparator, it's got like an arrow pointing that way. So it's telling me it wants to flow through. So we have to supply a signal into it for it to output the same strength signal. You can also input signals from the side, which can take over the signal. It gets a bit complicated, but I'm not going to go into it too much. Basically, for now, we just want to put... In fact, I wanted to try this with a button, because I think that's going to do the same. That's not going to work from there. So if I put a redstone signal in, it should turn on. Yeah, there you go. See, it's not going to turn off again though, that's the only thing, because this is running through this large bronze fluid pipe which is never going to fill up. So it's kind of semi-automating it. Now if I break that signal, does it stop? No, if I send another signal, it does stop. So if I had it as a switch, I could turn it on and off. I mean, that would work with a button as well, wouldn't it? Like if I put that there. We just put a button on it. Send the signals to turn it on. And I can send the signals to turn it off. So I could semi-automate it, and I could put a button somewhere handy when I want to turn it on and off. However, I don't really like it. Yeah, see, I've ended up with stuff where I don't want it, so let me just sort this out. I mean, I'll let it run. It can use up all the glass. So yeah, that's how it works, roughly. It has got other functions as well, but I'm not going to go into that too much. It was just us automating the smeltery. That's what it wanted us to do. So we've done that. I don't want it automated, so I'm going to remove everything from there again. Just looks ugly as well. Right, so that will just carry on now until it runs out of molten glass, and then it will stop. Those are all going through a hopper down into a chest underneath, as we've seen before, but anyone who hasn't seen it, there it is. So yeah, you can automate it. I mean, I suppose I could actually... I'm wondering if I could put a hopper onto the controller as well and then feed stuff into it from a chest or something maybe. I don't know. I don't think the smeltery really needs to be automated. It's not something that's designed to be. So that was that quest. Automation tier 2. Finally got it done. As we've seen, I've upgraded the steel multi-block tank to a larger one to hold more steel. I do have some of these to get on with at some point. This is new. Why one coke oven when you can have 10? So yeah, I need to do. You're going to hate this number 1 and 2 anyway. And then it gives us a quest to make more coke ovens, which I wanted to do at some point. So if we go into the LVH, we'll start. Let's do them in order. I mean, ultimately, what I want to get is the bending machine, the wire cutter. I mean, I want everything, but at the moment, bending machine, wire cutter is quite important for me, or very important. This is going to save me a lot of materials, so this will make making the plates cheaper, a lot cheaper, like a 1-to-1 ratio, and this will make making the wires cheaper, so we'll be using less plates. Well, we don't even need plates, we just do it straight from an ingot, I believe. So I know I could do that now, but I'm going to do them in order. So I want to do 1 and 2, possibly even number 3, and then we'll go on to do the bending machine and the wire cutter, and probably some of the others as well. But yeah, that's the kind of order I'm going for at the moment. So I've started setting up a good supply of materials. Excuse me. So I've been making a lot of wood planks. I do need to get this machine up and running again, don't I? Sorry, let me just turn on the blast furnaces again. Because these should be running all the time, really. Why is it? I don't like it in that slot. It should be in that slot, shouldn't it? Okay, so they're going to run for a couple of hours happily while I make up some more stuff. Right, back to what I've been making. So as you can see in here, we've got 11 motors, some tin cables. I've got quite a lot of plates ready now. Bronze through. These are things that we need. I've also set up for making tin rotors and rubber rings. I've set up making the circuits, steel casings, machine holes. And in here, yes, where we make the resistors, motors, and the turbines if we want to make any more, which we will at some point. So it's all sort of semi ready to go. Yeah, here we've got a supply of wood planks and stuff. So for the first, you're going to hate this number 1. We're going to need to make conveyor modules. So rubber sheets, 2 motors and a tin cable. Just having a look what's in which one. So rubber sheets, tin cables and motors. So we could make them in here, or we could make them in here. I think I'll stick with this one. It's a brand new one, so it'll be for all the conveyors and pistons and everything else we need to make. So let's put the materials in that we've got so far. Now I should be set up to make more motors and stuff now, so we've got enough to get us going, I think, anyway. Going to bookmark the recipe. I might actually go through some of this and remove some old bookmarks that we don't really need anymore. Just thinking, what are we not really going to be making anymore? I won't be making any more of these bronze things, I don't think. Okay, so there's a conveyor module. It's in there. We've completed. You're going to hate this number 1. That wasn't too bad, was it? What you didn't see was the hours and hours or days of preparation I've had to do to get to this point. That's why you're going to hate this. But actually, I've quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Once you've set up a good sort of plantation, so you've got a good supply of sticky resin, you can make rubber without too much problem. As long as you've been to the nether and got a lot of sulphur. And it does last for a long time. I've done 1 sulphur run, and I mean, I've got stacks of it, yes. But yeah, it lasts for a while. Because I think in the process of putting it through the full chamber and macerator and stuff, it doubles up anyway, so, or at least doubles up, I can't remember the ratio. Like you saw with the redstone just now, for 1 you get 5. Sulphur, I don't think it's 5, but it's a higher number than 1 anyway. So we've completed, you're going to hate this number 1. I mean, the rubber sheets we do need, but I'm so tempted. I mean, now we're on LV. Let's try the loop. In fact, I get both, don't I? I always think these are like a multiple choice, like you have to choose which reward you want, because some quests are. But actually, we're getting both anyway. Let's see what we get. Oh, some lovely leather boots. How's that an LV reward? It's like a Stone Age reward. Anyway, so on to the next one. You're going to hate this number 2. So we want electric pumps. Right, so it wants us to have a wrench and a screwdriver. So I'm going to need to put those in here. I do have a wrench on me. Oh, that was handy. Already set up ready for us. Wrench. We're probably going to have to make a new one for that crafting table soon, but let's put these in here. Bookmark the recipe by pressing A on it. Okay, so we still need to put in here bronze fluid pipes, tin rotors, tin screws and rubber rings. I'm using that chest as like a preparation area for materials. What is this? A fan? Oh, I must have got that with the loot bag. Oh, that looks nice. What am I going to do with it? Can we put it on our kitchen counter? No, but it can go in there. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this yet. I'm sure it's got a use at some point, but I'll leave it down there on the floor for now. Keep the cat company. Okay, so we still need tin screws. We only have 2 in there. Let's make some more tin screws. It's going to be a lot of tin screws, isn't it? So, file. When I craft things now, I'm starting to make larger amounts. We're going to break the saw straight away. Really, I should stock up on the tools. Okay, that's a lot of screws. Let's put some in here, and the other half we'll take for in here. Okay, it's number 2 pieces. That's a nice reward. Now these large steel fluid pipes are quite expensive to make. They take 6 plates to make one, so at the moment of our 3:2 ratio of making plates, so it would be quite expensive in steel. But once we get the bending machine, it will be a bit cheaper, so 1:1 ratio. So that's another reason I haven't upgraded all my pipes to steel yet. Loot bag, let's see what we get this time. A deluxe cheeseburger or 2. Did we get anything else? Last time we had that fan hiding somewhere, didn't we? I can't see anything else. Okay, let's put them in the lunchbox, which I've left open, but let's shift click to do that. So they can go in there. We've still got a nice supply of food in here. Yeah, shift clicking it, as I've said before, leaves it open and you can just right click to eat and it chooses what it wants to eat. But then if you want to open it again, you'll have to shift click and close it if you want to open and have a look inside. So we've done number 1 and number 2. Let's get on to, you're going to hate this, number 3. Electric piston. So these quests would normally take ages to do, but because I've had a look at them and set up a good supply of materials, they're not too bad. I'm prepared, basically. Okay, so we need to put in here steel rods and plates. I know steel plates are not a problem because I've made absolutely loads of them. Rods and a small steel gear. So we're going to have to make some steel gears. As with most things now, I tend to make more than I need. Let's put the tools back, because otherwise when you do the shift click method the recipes don't work because you've already got something in your crafting grid. So that's the gears, the rods I need. I'm going to have to make some more of those. It's fine. Let's make half a stack, shall we? Okay, so now we can make the piston. No fireworks? Okay, I was expecting fireworks. Potion of swiftness. Or 2. Okay. Right, that redstone I could put in here. So that's the first 3 quests where you're going to hate this. Which has unlocked the bending machine. It's going to be the first one we make. So instead of a 3:2 ratio of ingots to plates, this machine allows for 1:1. So it's going to save us steel. This saves an enormous amount of metal, so make it ASAP. By the way, if you want foils, just run the plate back through. There's another circuit mode, but you can discover them later. Okay, other circuit modes. So this is going to require pistons, circuit, LV machine holes. Yeah, everything we've been making. So this is probably going to be the same sort of thing for every single machine. We're going to have to be making multiples of what we've just done. So it'll be a good time to start stocking up on them. Although, if I'm going to need plates, I do have quite a few plates. I could just use up my supply for now, and then I can set up all the machines. So I'm going to set up some machines along here. I need to run the cables along this line here in the floor level. So I'm going to run either 2 times tin or 4 times tin cable. Probably 2 times for now until I get some more turbines up and running, then I'll upgrade it to 4 times. Yeah, I'm going to link the circuits because I think that will be a good thing. Rather than running 2 separate circuits for different machines. At the moment I'm just going to go for larger cables to carry more amps, so if more machines are running, hopefully they can handle it. That's the plan anyway. So let me just throw the redstone in here. The piston boosts are a bit annoying sometimes because when you walk up to something it just jumps on top of it. That's going to go in the miner's backpack. I'm not sure how much of this red alloy I'm going to really need, but I'm trying to stock up on everything at the moment. Right, so we've completed those. So yeah, we know what we need for that one. This one we need, yeah, motors, a couple of circuits and another machine hull. So every machine's looking like it needs a machine hull and probably a couple of circuits. What else can we look at? No circuits in that one, but the machine hull is there and the tin cables. Yeah, 2 circuits, machine hull. You're going to hate this number 4, we will get to that at some point soon, but I want to try and make some of these other machines first, because there's a lot that's opened up now. Not really required, but it's a lot faster than a steam one and can be automated. If you feel like ore washing is too slow, use this hammer. Okay. Basic forming press. Yeah, I mean, they are using the same materials over and over again, just in a different order. Yeah, there's a lot of quests opened up now. Getting ready for tier 2 MP, not going to worry about that yet. So yeah, this is my next one, bending machine and a wire cutter. And I'm going to have a look through, see what else we need. Yeah, there's so many. An extruder could be useful, couldn't it? Yeah, so I'll end this one here. Now we've made done the first 3 quests. You're going to hate this, and I'm going to try and make up pistons, motors, and circuits, and some pumps. I think the main thing, oh, and conveyors as well. That's another one we've got to make some more of. First item you'll need a lot of if you're going to want to pull items out of chests or barrels. You'll need one. Right, so I'm going to stock up. I'm going to make the conveyors, the pumps, and the pistons. I'm going to make quite a lot of circuits. I do have a good supply of coated circuit boards, so which we can then turn into circuit boards with some copper wires. I mean, these are going to be made in the wire mill soon, just with a copper rod, so that's quite a good, or actually a copper ingot makes 2. So yeah, we're getting 1 ingot is making 2 wires. So at the moment we have to make a plate, so we're using 3 ingots to make 2 plates to get 2 wires. So 3 ingots, you're getting 2 wires. In the wire mill, we're getting a 1-to-1 ratio. No, we're getting better than that. We're getting a 1-to-2 ratio. So yeah, these are must-have machines really soon to save me a lot of materials. So I'll get on with that. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and yeah, please leave your comments below if you've got any tips. As always, I'm always happy to hear them and read them. And yeah, I will see you again soon in another episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done already, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.